ahead with the last but not the least technical talk, which is on equipments and specification of machineries in coconut, areca nut, and cocoa processing. For this session, we have with us Dr. R. Pandit or I. Kasargod. I welcome you, sir, and thank you for accepting our invitation. The session is over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, dear friends, now I would like to talk about equipments and specifications of machineries in coconut, areca nut, and cocoa processing. And this is in continuation with the last class with Dr. M.R. Manigandan. I hope Dr. Manigandan sir will cover about different value-added product developed from coconut, areca nut, and cocoa. Okay, so now I would like to discuss about the machineries or equipments used for production and processing of coconut, areca nut, and cocoa. So first I would like to start with the coconut. So if you take coconut, mainly it consists of three parts. Okay, the outermost portion, it is called the coconut husk or exocarp, and the hard shell, okay, that is called endocarp. Then the inside coconut meat, it is called coconut meat or kernel. Okay. Then it contains water. So coconut is mainly consist of coconut husk, coconut shell, coconut meat, and coconut water. Okay. So for development of any value added product, we need a coconut meat. Okay. So in order to get a coconut meat, first we have to remove the outer husk. Okay. So after removing the outer husk, then we have to remove the hard shell portion. Okay. Then finally we will get that coconut meat. Okay. So that coconut meat, that coconut meat portion or edible portion, that can be used for production of virgin coconut oil, coconut chips, desiccated coconut powder, or coconut milk. Okay. So for any for development of any value added product from coconut, the first foremost important unit operation is dehusking. Okay. So we have to remove the outer husk. Okay. So there are manual machines are available, and even now automatic dehuskers are available to remove the outer husk. Then same way de-shelling machines also available to remove the hard shell portion. Okay. But it is not fully automatic. It is a semi-automatic machine. Now fully automatic dehusking machines are available. But in case of de-shelling machine, it is a manual machine, okay, or semi-automatic machine. Okay. So in case of coconut, there are varieties of products are available in market. Okay. Mainly it can be categorized into three ways. Okay. So now based on the maturity, we can call it as a tender coconut based product. Now whatever we are seeing roadside, tender coconut, that is 6 to 7 month maturity. And the coconut used for oil extraction or desiccated coconut powder production, that maturity will be vary from 11 to 12 months. Okay. So based on the maturity, we can call tender coconut, that is 6 to 7 month maturity, and fully matured coconut, that is used for oil production, that has the maturity of 11 to 12 months. So as I mentioned, our ICAR Central Plantation Crop Research Institute, Kasargod, developed more than 25 machineries for processing of coconut, and also we have developed more than 20 different value added product from coconut. So first I discuss about the processing equipment relevant to tender coconut. Then I will discuss about the equipment, processing equipment for mature coconut. Okay. So this is a most common picture. I hope everybody seen. This is a way of tender coconut cutting or punching in roadside, you might be seen a man, he has used a big lengthy knife to chop the tender coconut, right? And it is a time consuming process and it is an unhygienic practice. Okay? Nowadays, if you observe closely, there are many industries, they are using tender coconut for production of different product. Now there are tender coconut ice creams are available, tender coconut water based squares, jelly, jam. There are different value added product available from tender coconut. Okay? But they need a automatic machine to extract the coconut water or to extract the coconut pulp. So in this concept, we have developed different machineries for processing of tender coconut, and this is a manual punching and cutting machine. Okay? And if you closely observe this picture, you have to place the coconut and you have to press the needle. The sharp needle, it will penetrate the tender nut. Then after extracting a water, we will cut open by using this knife. Okay? This is a manual punching and cutting machine. This was developed almost 15 years back. Now we have developed automatic machine for tender coconut punching and as well as cutting. So these are the machineries developed at ICAR CPCRI, and the first machine is indicating about the automatic tender coconut punching machine. Okay? If you place the tender nut and if you press the button, the needle automatically it will come and it will make the hole on the tender coconut. Okay? After extracting a water, it can be cut open by using this hydraulic based cutting machine, or we have also developed solar assisted tender coconut cutting machine. Okay? This solar machine, solar assisted tender coconut punching and cutting machine, we have mainly developed for street vendors. Okay? So here we have attached a battery. The battery will be connected with the solar panel. Okay? If the battery is getting fully charged, we can able to operate this machine up to 8 hours. So a street vendor, he can easily move this machine. We have attached the wheels at the bottom of the machine. It can be moved around. Okay. The cost of the machine is almost 70,000 rupees, 70,000 rupees. So we have developed two type of machine, one for industry and one for street vendors. For street vendors, we have developed solar based tender coconut punching and cutting machine. For industry purpose, we have developed fully automatic punching and cutting machine. And this is a punching machine. That video is visible.
No, sir. The video is not visible, sir.
Okay. Otherwise, what I can do at the end of my presentation, actually, I want to show some 4 to 5 videos. So at the end of my presentation, I will show all the videos together.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And this is a tender coconut punching machine. As I told, in 1 hour, it can be able to punch almost 300 coconuts. Okay. The cost of the machine is 25,000 rupees. Okay. And here we have attached a 0.5 HP motor. Some problem. My slide is not moving. There is some problem. Wait, I will check. There is some problem. My slide is not moving. 1 minute, I will check back.
So you have to reshare your screen because I think you stopped sharing the screen.
No, actually, my slide also it is getting stuck. Hmm.
Participants, in the meantime, you just follow the WhatsApp group for the assessment for spices and plantation. If someone didn't join the group, please join the group.
My slide is visible.
No, sir. No,
Slide is not visible.
no, sir.
My slide is whether it is moving.
So it is not visible. Only folder is showing where all videos and PPTs are there.
Okay. My video is visible.
No, sir. Only the folder.
Hello, I am audible.
So you're audible, sir.
I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
I have shared with the screen. My video is not visible. My presentation also not visible.
No, sir, only folder is there where all the contents are there.
Now my video is visible.
Yes, sir, your video is visible. Can you play it, sir?
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the tender coconut punching machine developed by our team. Okay. So once you press the button, the needle it will come and it will touch the tender coconut and it will make the hole on the tender coconut. We can cut open the coconut by using this hydraulic machine. So these two machines was designed for tender coconut punching and as well as cutting. So this is a machine we have developed for to make the tender coconut into a trimmed tender coconut or pentagonal shaped trimmed tender coconut. Now you might be seen in the supermarket. There are a trimmed tender coconut is available. One piece they are selling at 60 to 70 rupees, the trimmed tender coconut. So the main purpose of trimming the tender coconut is there is two advantage. One is it will be make it into a attractive pentagonal shape. And the second thing is by performing the trimming operation, we can able to reduce 40% of the transportation cost. And traditionally it was done by the manual method. So manually they will take a lengthy knife and they will make it into a pentagonal shape. But due to the manual process, there is a chances of damage. And also a person can able to trim maximum 25 to 30 numbers of coconut in 1 hour. And approximately manual trimming cost per coconut is rupees 4. Okay. And in this aspect, we have developed a automatic tender coconut trimming machine. Here we have to place the tender coconut in the center of the machine. And once the coconut is placed in the holder, then we have to press the button. So if you press the button, the knife it will move forward and it will trim the tender coconut. And if you release the button, the knife will go back and it will settle in the original position. So here we have attached three knives. One knife is to make or to trim the top section of the tender coconut, and the second knife is to trim the side portion of the coconut, and the third knife is to cut the bottom section of the coconut. Okay. Our ultimate aim is we have to make it into a pentagonal shape.
So your screen is not visible.
So this is a process for Sorry, there is some problem. I will try to share it again. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in my last video, I have explained about the trimming machine. Okay. So during trimming, we have to apply some organic solution. Otherwise, it will turn into the brown color due to enzymatic reaction. Okay. So in order to avoid enzymatic reaction, we are spraying some organic solution during trimming operation. Okay. And now I would like to show the video about the production of snowball tender coconut. Okay. The main purpose of making snowball tender coconut is normally tender coconut price will vary from 30 to 40 rupees maximum in roadside, right? So if we can able to make the snowball tender coconut, the price of snowball tender coconut is 70 to 80 rupees. Okay. And it is the most popular product in tourist place. And especially now, 2 to 3 persons are entrepreneurs from Goa and Cochin. They have taken the technology from us and they have established a big company near to Goa and Cochin, and they are selling one pieces of the snowball tender coconut at 70 to 80 rupees. Okay. So this video I would like to show about how to prepare this snowball tender coconut. So for production of snowball tender coconut, we need around 8 to 9 month maturity. So it will be a 8 to 9 month mature coconut. Then the first unit operation is we have to remove the outer husk. So as I pointed out, manual dehusking machine also available and fully automatic dehusking machines are also available. So after dehusking, for the production of snow, we have to make the mark on the center portion of the coconut. Here we are making the mark on the center portion of the coconut. Okay. So this machine is called a snowball tender coconut machine, and the cost of the machine is 45,000 rupees. So after making the mark on the center portion, we are having a flexible nylon knife. Okay, we have to insert the knife between the kernel and the shell, and we have to just scoop it out the shell. So he has inserted the knife and he is just rotating so that the shell will come outside. Finally, we will get that inner white color kernel with water. So this one is called snowball tender coconut. And this is the most popular product for these tourist places, 5-star hotels, and especially for marriage functions. So we have to remove the outer husk, then finally we have to remove the outer shell. So we can cut open, we can drink the water, then we can eat the kernel. Okay. This is a ready to serve type product. Now the market price of this product is almost 70 to 80 rupees for one piece. So for production of this snowball tender coconut, we need a snowball tender nut machine. That machine cost is 45,000 rupees. That machine was designed by our institute, ICR CPCRA Kasargod, and the technology also with us. So next I would like to discuss about the machineries used for coconut chips production. Okay. So for coconut chips production, we have to select medium mature coconut. That means almost 10-month maturity, 9 to 10-month maturity. Because if you take 12-month mature coconut or fully mature coconut, it is rich in fiber. So we will not get the crispy taste out of these coconut chips prepared from fully matured coconut. Okay. So for production of coconut chips, we have to select medium matured coconut. Okay. So after dehusking, again we have to remove the shell. This is the process for removing the coconut shell. So the outer brown color layer is called testa. Okay, we have to remove the testa for production of virgin coconut oil and coconut chips and desiccated coconut powder. So this is a machine developed for removal of testa, coconut testa. So after removal of testa, the coconut will be cut open into two halves. The water was removed. Then the coconut kernel, it will be subjected to blanching. Then after blanching, the coconut will be cutted into 3 or 4 pieces. The whole coconut will be cutted into 3 or 4 pieces. Then the pieces, that coconut kernel pieces, it has to be make it into thin slices by using this coconut chips slicing machine. So for production of coconut chips, we need a 10-month maturity coconut. Then after harvesting a 10-month maturity coconut, immediately we are removing the outer husk by using dehusking machine. Then we are removing the hard shell by using deshelling machine. Then it was subjected to testa removing. Then after testa removing, it will be subjected to blanching. Then the coconut kernel sliced into thin slices by using coconut chips slicing machine. Okay. So after making the thin slices, here we are not frying. Here we are doing osmotic dehydration process. Okay. So in case of osmotic dehydration, suppose if we are having 1 kg slices, we are taking 1:1:1 ratio. That means for 1 kg of slices, 1 liter water and 1 kg of sugar. Okay. So here we are preparing sugar solution. In that sugar solution, we are dipping the coconut slices for 1 hour. Okay. Then after dipping in 1 hour, then it will be subjected to drying at 65 degrees centigrade for 6 hours. Okay. Finally, we will get the dried crispy chips. Okay. So for production of coconut chips, we need a dehusking machine, deshelling machine, testa removing machine, coconut slicing machine. Okay. Then we need a dryer, then packaging machine. So after slicing, it will be subjected to osmotic dehydration. So here she is preparing the osmotic solution. So she has taken 1 liter water. In 1 liter water, she is put 1 kg of sugar. Then she is adding 15 gram of salt. This is the vanilla flavor. For fragrance purpose, we are adding some 15 ml of vanilla flavor in 1 liter of water. So this osmotic solution contain sugar, salt and vanilla essence. So we have to use little warm water so that all the sugar, it will dissolve in the water. So we should not use cold water, otherwise it will take too much of time to dissolve. So we have to take little warm water. In that we have to dissolve the sugar content, sugar, salt and vanilla essence. Then after that, once the osmotic solution is ready, then the chips slices, it has to be dipped in the solution for 1 hour. The slice thickness, it will be vary from 0.75 to 1 mm thickness. So after 1 hour osmotic treatment, after 1 hour osmotic treatment, it has to be subjected to drying. So we are just drying by using normal hot air dryer at 65 degrees centigrade for 6 hours. So once it is dried, then we are packing in a 3-layer packaging material. So now almost 25 gram of coconut chips in market price is 20 rupees. 1 kg of coconut chips cost is around 800 rupees. So for production of 25 gram of chips, the production cost is 8 rupees. The selling cost is 20 rupees. So for production of coconut chips, we need to invest 6 lakh rupees. The 6 lakh rupees, it for only the equipment cost. Okay. So as I mentioned, we need a dehusking machine, deshelling machine, testa removing machine, slicing machine and a dryer. Okay. This all together we have to invest 6 lakh rupees. CPCRI. So first I explained about the tender coconut processing equipment, then snowball tender coconut processing equipment, then coconut chips processing equipment. Now I would like to discuss about this virgin coconut oil process. Okay. So normally coconut oil is prepared from the copra or dried coconut. But in case of virgin coconut oil, it is preparing from the fresh coconut milk. So as compared to the normal coconut oil, it was proved that virgin coconut oil contains more vitamins and polyphenols. And now the market price for virgin coconut oil, 1 liter is 800 to 1000 rupees. But in case of normal coconut oil, hardly it vary from 150 to 200 rupees. So the oil extracted from the copra is called a normal coconut oil. The oil prepared from the fresh coconut milk, it is called as a virgin coconut oil. Okay. This virgin coconut oil, it can be prepared by 3 methods: heat process, fermentation process and centrifugal process. Okay. So this video it will cover about the hot process or heat process and fermentation process. Okay. So for production of virgin coconut oil, we need fully matured coconut. That means 12-month matured coconut. Okay, because young coconut or medium mature coconut has more protein and less fat. If you take matured coconut or fully matured coconut, it has more fat and less protein. Okay, so for oil extraction purpose, we have to always select fully matured coconut. So after harvesting a nut, immediately it will be subjected to dehusking. This dehusker capacity is 300 coconuts. The cost of the dehusker is 2 lakh rupees. And after dehusking, it will be subjected to deshelling. This deshelling machine cost is 75,000 rupees. Okay, a person can able to deshell 70 nuts in 1 hour. Again, after deshelling, it will be subjected to testa removing. We have to remove the testa, otherwise, finally, you will get that brown color oil. Okay. So, the definition for virgin coconut oil is it should be water clear color. Okay. As per FSSAI standard and APCC standard, the virgin coconut oil means it should be water clear color. Okay. So, in order to get water clear color, we have to remove this testa. So after removing the testa, it will be the coconut water will be removed and it will be pulverized. The coconut kernel will be subjected to pulverization. It will be the pulverized powder. Then we have to extract the milk from this pulverized powder, okay, or pulverized grating. So this is a double screw coconut milk expeller. This capacity is 1000 nuts in 1 hour. The cost of this coconut milk expeller is 3.25 lakhs. So after milk extraction, it will be subjected to heating. Okay. This is the process for production of virgin coconut oil by hot process. So by heating the coconut milk, we are getting the virgin coconut oil. Called virgin coconut oil cooker. Okay, and we can adjust the temperature here. The capacity of the cooker is 125 liter of coconut milk. Okay. And the cost of this virgin coconut oil cooker is again same 3.25 lakhs. So after extracting milk, it will be subjected to cooking by using virgin coconut oil cooker. So from 100 numbers of coconut, we will get 20 liter coconut milk. If you heat 20 liter coconut milk, finally we will get 5 liter oil, virgin coconut oil. So from 100 numbers of coconut, finally we will get 5 liter coconut oil. So during this virgin coconut oil process, you will get oil plus cake. Okay, that cake also contains some oil. So this is a manual hydraulic machine used for extraction of oil sticked along with the cake. So now hot process is over. Next, this is the process for making virgin coconut oil by fermentation process. So for production of virgin coconut oil by fermentation process, the same thing. We need a raw material is coconut milk. Okay, the coconut milk will be filled in a fermentation tank, and it has to be keep it under the incubator at the temperature of 35 degrees centigrade for 24 hours. Okay, so within 24 hours of fermentation, the coconut milk it will turn into the oil. Okay. So generally lactobacillus is the culture is used for production of virgin coconut oil. Otherwise, we can also use old coconut milk, old coconut skimmed milk we can use, or otherwise we can add a curd. Okay, little amount of curd. For 1 liter of coconut milk, we have to add 30 ml of old coconut milk. For 1 liter coconut milk, we have to add 30 ml old coconut milk. it has to be subjected to fermentation for 24 hours. It will be aerobic fermentation. So it was kept inside the incubator, and here we set the temperature of 35. After 24 hours, the coconut milk will turn into 3 different layers. Okay. Here the top layer is called as a curd layer. Okay. Then the second layer is called as a virgin coconut oil layer. And the third layer is called as a skimmed coconut milk layer. Okay. So initially the coconut milk will be in white in color. After 24 hours of fermentation, it will turn into 3 different layers. Okay. So the top layer is curd layer, the second layer is virgin coconut oil layer, and third layer is skimmed coconut milk layer. So during this process of virgin coconut oil, we might be seen like a hot processed oil or cold pressed oil or extra virgin coconut oil, like that. There are different terminologies are used. Generally, hot process means the virgin coconut oil is prepared by heating the coconut milk. This fermentation and centrifugal process is called as a cold processed oil. Okay. That's why if you see the label in the market, they might be mentioned cold pressed oil. Okay. That cold press is indicating that the oil is prepared either by centrifugal method or fermentation method. Here, in case of fermentation, we will get little less yield as compared to other hot process. Okay. As I mentioned, hot process, if you take 100 numbers of coconut, we will get 20-liter milk. If you boil or if you heat 20-liter milk, finally we will get 5-liter oil. But in case of fermentation and centrifugal process, instead of 5-liter oil, we will get 4 to 4.5-liter oil. Okay. And then the shelf life of the oil prepared by hot process, it will vary from 9 months to 12 months, almost 1 year. But the shelf life of fermentation process or centrifugal processed oil, it will be maximum of 6 months. Okay, because the fermentation process and centrifugal processed oil, it has more moisture, then it will turn into rancidity. Because of that, within 6 months it will it will cause spoilage. Okay, but in case of hot process, the oil shelf life will be up to 1 year. Now this price of virgin coconut oil is 1 liter is almost 800 to 1000 rupees. This virgin coconut oil has multiple applications. It can be used as a massage oil, or it can be used as a moisturizer, hair cream. There are different cosmetics was developed by using this virgin coconut oil. So next one is I would like to discuss about the Nira or coconut sap. How to tap the coconut sap and how to prepare the coconut sugar. Okay. So far I have discussed about the tender coconut based processing equipments and product and mature coconut based product. Now I would like to move for Nira tapping and value addition. And this is the insulated box developed by our institute for tapping of Nira. Generally, you might be observed. Traditionally, they will use mud pod for tapping of Nira. Okay. Inside the mud pod, they will apply the lime in order to avoid the fermentation. Okay. But the problem is the traditional method is not hygienic, and whatever Nira is collected, it will become fermented. Okay. Hence, here we have developed an insulated box. So this is the insulated box developed by our institute in 2014, and even we got the patent. The weight of the box is almost 2.1 kg. The price of the box is 1000 rupees.
ನೀರವನ್ನು ತಾಜಾ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಗ್ರಹಿಸುವುದು ಒಂದು ಸವಾಲಿನ ಕೆಲಸವಾಗಿದ್ದು, ಇದನ್ನು ಸಿಪಿಸಿಆರ್ಐ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಪಡಿಸಿದ ಕೋಕೋ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ ಚಿಲ್ಲರ್ನಿಂದ ಸಾಧಿಸುವಂತಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಳುವರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಿರತೆ ಹೊಂದಿದ ತೆಂಗಿನ ಮರವನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪರಸ ಇಳಿಸಲು ಬಳಸಬಹುದು. ಅರಳದ ಹೂಗೊಂಚಲನ್ನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ.
So the first step for Nira tapping is we have to identify the suitable tree. Okay. Now getting a coconut climber, it is a difficult task, right? So we have to select either a small height trees or dwarf varieties. We should not select tall varieties for Nira tapping. Okay. We have to select either dwarf or hybrid varieties for tapping of Nira. And the first step is we have to identify the matured inflorescence. Okay. So we have to identify the matured coconut inflorescence. Then it has to be tied with the rope. Otherwise, it will burst and it will start making this coconut. Okay. So we have to identify the matured inflorescence. Then it has to be tied with the rope.
ಹೂಗೊಂಚಲನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪರಸ ಇಳಿಸಲು ಸಿದ್ಧಪಡಿಸಿ ಸಸ್ಯರಸವು ಹೊರಸೂಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಂತೆ ಕೋಕೋ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ ಚಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ.
So after tying with the rope, they will do this type of massage for 1 week. Because during this tapping or massage, the chances of Nira will ooze out more quantity. Okay. So they will do, after tying with the rope, they will tap with this bone for 1 week.
ಹವಾಮಾನ ಮತ್ತು ಸಸ್ಯ ರಸದ ಪ್ರಮಾಣಕ್ಕನುಗುಣಸಾರ 0.5 ರಿಂದ 0.75 ಕೆಜಿ ಮಂಜುಗಡ್ಡೆ ಅಥವಾ 3 ರಿಂದ 4 ಜೆಲ್ ಐಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಚಿಲ್ಲರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ.
So the main purpose of this insulator box is, here we have kept some 500 to 750 gram of ice. Okay. If we keep this ice maximum within 2 hours, all the ice crystal it will melt, right? But if we keep the ice in the insulated box, it will slow down this meltness and it will keep that ice chillness up to maximum 24 hours. Okay. So inside the box we are filling with 500 gram of ice. This 500 gram of ice, it will maintain the temperature of 5 to 6 degrees centigrade inside the box for 24 hours. Okay. So above this ice, we are placing the cover, right? He is placing the cover. Okay. The Nira or sap, that coconut sap, it will ooze out inside this cover. Okay. Since the ice crystal present outside the cover, it will avoid the fermentation. So this box will act as a small refrigerator, right? So the ice will maintain the temperature of 5 to 6 degrees centigrade for 24 hours. Okay. Due to this low temperature, we will get the fresh Nira, fresh unfermented and hygienic Nira. Okay. And this box cost is around 1000 rupees and the weight is 2.1 kg.
ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ.
Neera start oozing out. This is the color for fresh Neera. Okay. If you see the Neera, it will turn into white color. That is indicator that it was fermented. Okay. The pure fresh Neera, it has golden brown in color. Okay. Once it gets fermented, it will turn into white in color. The fresh Neera pH, it will be around 6.5 to 7.5. Okay. Once it gets fermented, the pH, it will reduce below 6. And the second thing is, here the box capacity is 5 liter. This each box can able to accommodate maximum 3 liter of Neera. And if you boil this Neera, finally we will get coconut sugar. So from 10 liter of Neera, we are getting 1.5 kg sugar. That means 15%. Okay, from 10 liter Neera, we are producing 1.5 kg sugar. The TSS of fresh Neera, it will be vary from 14 to 16 degree Brix. Okay. The pH will be 7 and the TSS will be 14 to 16 degree Brix for fresh Neera.
ಪ್ರತಿ ಹೂಗೊಂಚಲನ್ನು 40ರಿಂದ 45 ದಿವಸಗಳವರೆಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ.
So a coconut tree, it can yield one inflorescence per 1 month. Okay. From one inflorescence, we can able to tap 45 to 60 days. Okay. So a climber, he will climb for a morning and evening 2 times in 1 day. Okay. So morning we will get approximately 1.1 to 1.5 liter from one inflorescence. Okay. Evening we will get 800 to 900 ml. So almost we are getting 2 liter of Neera from one inflorescence for 1 day. So he put the ice, normal ice, then above that he placed the cover.
ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹೂಗೊಂಚಲಿನಿಂದ 1.5ರಿಂದ 3 ಲೀಟರ್ ಕಲ್ಪರಸವು ದೊರೆಯುತ್ತದೆ.
The most important thing is, after tapping a Neera, we should not keep outside. Suppose if you are keeping the Neera outside, within 2 hours, it will turn into the fermented Neera or toddy. Okay. Always we should maintain cold chain. It has to be keep it under minus 18 degree centigrade. Okay. Even if you keep the Neera in fridge 5 to 8 degree centigrade, maximum within 8 hours it will ferment. Okay. So the Neera should be stored under minus 18 to minus 20 degree centigrade. Okay. If you keep it outside, within 2 hours it will ferment. If you keep it inside the refrigerator or fridge, maximum 6 to 8 hours it will ferment. Okay. So always it should be keep it under minus 18 deep freezing condition.
ಸಿಪಿಸಿಆರ್ಐ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದಿಂದ ಸಂಗ್ರಹಿಸಿದ ಕಲ್ಪರಸವು ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದ ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದು, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಷಾರೀಯ ರಸಸಾರ ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದು, ರುಚಿಕರವಾದ ಗೋಲ್ಡನ್ ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಜೇನು ಬಣ್ಣದ್ದಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕೀಟ ಅಥವಾ ಸಸ್ಯ ಪರಿಕರಗಳಿಂದ ಕಲುಷಿತ ರಹಿತವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಸೋಡಿಯಂ, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಂ, ಕಬ್ಬಿಣ, ಸತು ಮುಂತಾದ ಖನಿಜಗಳು, ವಿಟಮಿನ್ಸ್, ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್, ಆಂಟಿಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಅಂಶವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ.
Mainly Neera is rich in vitamin C and also it contains mainly potassium and sodium.
ಕಲ್ಪರಸವನ್ನು ಸಂಸ್ಕರಿಸಿ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ, ತೆಂಗಿನ ಹನಿ, ಬೆಲ್ಲ, ಸಿರಪ್ ಮುಂತಾದವುಗಳ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಪಾಲಿಪ್ರೊಪಿಲೀನ್‌ನಲ್ಲಿ
So this is the cooker we have used for virgin coconut oil production. The same cooker can be used for coconut sugar production. Okay. This cooker cost is 3.25 lakhs. So this cooker can be useful for virgin coconut oil production and as well as coconut sugar production. Okay. So from this Neera we can develop three products. One is coconut Neera syrup and coconut Neera honey and coconut sugar. Okay. So coconut syrup means if you concentrate the Neera up to 50-degree Brix, it is called coconut syrup. If you concentrate up to 75-degree Brix, it is called as a coconut Neera honey. And if you further heat it and if you make it into crystals or powder form, it is called as a coconut sugar. Okay. So as I mentioned, from 100 liters of Neera, we will get 15 kg of sugar.
ತೆಂಗಿನ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯನ್ನು ತಯಾರಿಸಲು ಉತ್ತಮ ದರ್ಜೆಯ
So if you keep the Neera at minus 18, it will be formed into the solid phase. Okay, it will converted into like ice. Okay.
ಕಲ್ಪರಸದ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರುವುದು. 7 ಲೀಟರ್ ಕಲ್ಪರಸದಿಂದ 1 ಕೆಜಿ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಬಹುದು. ಕಬ್ಬಿನ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯು ಕೇವಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿಯನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸುತ್ತದೆ, ಆದರೆ ತೆಂಗಿನ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯು ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿಯ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಪೌಷ್ಟಿಕಾಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಸಹ ಒದಗಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಕಲ್ಪರಸವನ್ನು ಬಿಸಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಹಲವು ಸಾಂದ್ರತೆಯ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ತಲುಪುತ್ತದೆ. ಸ್ನಿಗ್ಧ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾದ ಬಿಸಿ ಅಂದರೆ 60 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಿಂದ 70 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಬ್ರಿಕ್ ಕಲ್ಪರಸವನ್ನು ತಂಪಾಗಿಸಿ ತೆಂಗಿನ ಜೇನುತುಪ್ಪ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿರಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಬಹುದು. ಕಲ್ಪರಸವನ್ನು ಕಾಯಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಕಲಕುತ್ತಾ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ತಾಪಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಸಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಮುಂದುವರಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಳು ರೂಪಕ್ಕೆ ತಿರುಗಿ ತೆಂಗಿನ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಬಹುದು. ಈ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಪರಸವನ್ನು ತಕ್ಷಣ ತಂಪು ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ತಂಪಾಗಿಸುವಾಗ ಕಲ್ಪರಸವನ್ನು ಕಲಕುತ್ತಾ ಇರುವುದರಿಂದ ಉಂಡೆಗಳಾಗುವುದನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸಬಹುದು. ಏಕರೂಪದ ಕಣದ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಲು ಇದನ್ನು ಸೋಸಿ ಉತ್ತಮ ಗುಣಮಟ್ಟದ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಬಹುದು. ತೆಂಗಿನ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯು ಅಧಿಕ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಖನಿಜಾಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದು ಕಬ್ಬಿಣ, ಸತು, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಂ ಮತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಂಗನೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸುತ್ತದೆ.
So one of the main advantages, coconut sugar has low glycemic index as compared to normal sugarcane sugar. Okay. This coconut sugar is reported that it has the glycemic index between 35 to 40. So for production of coconut sugar, we need to have one deep freezing unit and one cooker for heating of this Neera. Okay. now I have almost covered about coconut, and next I am moving to areca nut. Okay. Next areca nut and cocoa I will cover within another 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So in case of areca nut, there are two main products. Okay. One is Charlie and another one is Kalipak. Okay. This Charlie was prepared from this 11-month mature areca nut. Okay. This Kalipak is prepared from the tender areca nut. That will be almost a 6 to 7 month maturity. Okay.
Hello everyone. On biology, welcome you on that processing palm areca catchu. It is the basic ingredient of a variety of widely used chewed products. It is also considered to be a fruit of divine origin. In Hindu religious ceremonies, as it is a vital ingredient of idol worship. Areca nut plant starts yielding from 7th year till it is of age 40. Harvesting season is usually from September till January in 3 phases. Types of areca nuts. White variety, which is produced by harvesting the fully ripe nuts and then subjecting them to sun drying for about 2 months. Red variety. In the red variety, the green areca nut is harvested, boiled, and then its exterior husk is removed. Areca nut production in India. Areca nut is mostly.
So in areca nut is concerned, as I told, there are two main products. One is the product developed from tender areca nut, that is called Kalipak, and from mature areca nut. Okay. So in case of tender areca nut, initially the tender areca nut will be harvested and it will be dehusked. Then the inside kernel, it will be cutted into 2 split or 3 split. Then it will be boiled. It will be boiled in a water or old extract, old areca nut extract. Okay, that is called chohuru. So that will be boiled in the old areca nut extract. Then after boiling, they will just do either sun drying or dry drying. Okay, sun drying means they will dry it for 5 to 7 days. And after drying, again they will pack it. This is the process for tender areca nut. In case of mature areca nut, okay, so they will select almost a 10 to 11 month matured areca nut. Okay. Then the matured areca nut, initially it will be subjected to dehusking. Sorry, initially it will be subjected to drying. Okay. They will dry for 35 to 40 days. Okay. And they will try to reduce the moisture content less than 12% wet basis. So after drying, they will do dehusking. Then it will be called as a white safari or Kalipak. Sorry, Charlie. So there are two products. One is product from tender areca nut and another one product from mature areca nut. Tender areca nut, it will be subjected to boiling, then drying. But in case of mature areca nut, it will be go for drying, then dehusking.
Grown in the regions of Karnataka, Andaman Nicobar purposes is south areca ripen fruits and another person who uses gunny bag to catch it when the fruits are falling down. Step 2. Separating the fruits from bunches. Once the fruit bunches are plucked from the trees, it has to be separated to get the individual. This can be done simultaneously when the plucking process is going on. Step 3. Dehusking. There are two types of dehusking. Manual dehusking. Dehusking and cutting of the nuts is normally done manually by using curved knives. These knives made of mild steel with sharp cutting edge and mounted on a wooden base. It has to be done within 2 days after harvesting. Mechanical dehusking. Areca nut dehusking work can also be carried out using dehusking machines of different capacity in view of the scarcity of skilled laborers. Nowadays, dehusking machines are available in different models starting from a dehusking capacity of 30 to 40 kgs per hour to 225 to 275 kgs per hour. Step 4. Boiling of kernels. After dehusking and peeling, nuts obtained are called kernels, which need to be boiled at high temperature for a minimum of 12 hours. Kernels are mixed with water along with previous year's extraction make the areca nut get bright and red color. Alkaloids present in it are the main reason. Step 5. Sun drying. After boiling the areca nut, another crucial step is to sun dry the boiled kernel. This drying process has to be done for a minimum of 7 to 10 days. Only proper drying will prevent fungal attacks. Uniformity in drying can be ensured by turning the nuts in the evening each day. Mechanical dryers can also be employed for better efficacy. Step 6. Storing and transport. Once the drying process is over, the nuts are generally clean and dry conditions are required.
So in case of Arcanet, mainly we need three equipments. Is it? One is for dehusking machine, another one is boiling machine, and another one is a dryer. So next I will open the presentation and I will show 2 to 3 slides about cocoa processing. I hope my slide is visible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you put in a slideshow mode, sir?
It is be slideshow mode, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So cocoa is concerned, the main product is chocolate. Right? So for chocolate production, first thing is same thing. After harvesting a cocoa, the outer pod it has to be broken, and the inside bean it has to be extracted. Okay. Now manual pod breaking machines are available, or mechanical pod breaking machines are also available. Okay. So once the ripened cocoa pod is harvested, it has to be broken, and inside the beans, that cocoa beans, it has to be extracted. Okay. Then after extracting this bean, it will be subjected to fermentation for 5 to 7 days. Okay. There are three different methods of fermentation is available. Box fermentation is there. So box fermentation is the most common method. And nowadays even mechanical fermenters are also available. Okay. So if you maintain the temperature between 35 to 45, the final flavor and aroma, it will be more as compared to the traditional box based fermentation method. Okay. So now mechanical fermenters are also available for cocoa fermentation. So initially after breaking the pod, we have to extract the inside beans. That beans will be subjected to fermentation for 5 to 7 days. Okay. This after fermentation, it will be subjected to drying. Okay. We have to completely dry, and we should make sure that the moisture content should be less than 9%. Okay. Then after drying, it will go for roasting. So roasting will be generally done at 120 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. Okay. Then after roasting, it will be go for deshelling. We have to remove the outer shell. Then after deshelling, the cocoa beans, it will be grinded into fine powder. It is called cocoa nib. It will be some nib bomb. Okay. Then after making this cocoa nib, it will be subjected to grinding So during the grinding time, they will add either extra sugar or butter or oil. Then it will go for conching or tempering. Okay. Then it will be molded in the chocolate molding machine. Then after molding, it has to be keep it under refrigerated condition for 2 to 3 hours minimum. Then it will be subjected to demolding, then packaging. Tempura. 1 minute. Later, tempura. So if you take that cocoa bean, mainly it consists of husk. It might be seen it have almost 75% of husk, cocoa husk. Okay. Final beans, what we are using for chocolate, it will be the having the proportion of some 15 to 20 percentage. Okay. So this is a proportion for cocoa bean. So cocoa bean is mainly contain fat, 54% fat, 31% carbohydrate. So as I mentioned, initially we have to harvest the cocoa bean. Okay. So after harvesting, it will be subjected to fermentation for 5 to 7 days. Then it has to go for drying. Then after drying, it will go for roasting. Then deshelling. Then it will be made it into cocoa nib. Then grinding. Then conching, tempering. Then it will be kept it for refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours. Then demolding. Then finally you will get the chocolate. So this is a harvesting process. So after harvesting, it is going for fermentation. Basically, there are 3 types of fermentation. 3 methods are there: basket fermentation, keep fermentation, and box fermentation. So this one is the basket fermentation. The beans has to be poured inside the basket, and it will be covered with banana leaf for 5 to 7 days. And during this first and second day of fermentation, the mucilage attached with these beans, it will be come down. It will be drained out from this bean. The mucilage sticked with the beans, it will be drained out from the first and second day of fermentation. So after fermentation, it will be subjected to drying. So these are the chocolate. Now we have prepared chocolate out of using coconut sugar. And we calculated that for production of 20 kg chocolate, we need to invest some 3 lakh rupees. Okay. So these are the equipments we need for the production of chocolate. This will be small cottage scale industry. Okay. So for small cottage scale industry, for production of 20 kg chocolate per batch, we need a machine for small roasting machine, fermenter, deshelling machine, grinder, one small refrigerator and demolding. So these are the machineries needed for production of small cottage scale industry. The investment is 3,80,000 rupees. Okay. These 3.8 lakhs include cocoa pod breaker, bean roaster, okay, bean breaker cum winnower, grinding machine, then tempering machine, and finally AC and dehumidifier. So this is all about cocoa. Okay, any doubt is there? I hope I have completed within time.
Yes, sir. Sir, some questions are there. So which culture is used for the fermentation and what is the rate of addition?
What is that?
So, which culture is used for fermentation and what is the rate of addition?
Fermentation of what? Virgin coconut
Sir,
oil?
I think coconut, yes, sir. That time oil.
No, that I mentioned. Actually, for virgin lactobacillus generally used. Okay. Lactobacillus we can use, otherwise yeast also we can use, or otherwise old coconut skimmed milk. That also we can use as a culture or starter. Okay. These lactobacillus generally it will add maximum up to 0.5 percentage. Okay. In case of old coconut milk, we have to add for 1 liter of fresh coconut milk, we have to add 30 ml of skimmed coconut milk. 1 liter coconut milk, we have to add 30 ml.
Thank you, sir. One more question. Can we call it as a cold pressed oil? How much yield per oil? How much yield of oil per liter?
That's what. There are two processes. One is hot process and fermentation and centrifugal process, right? So the fermentation process and centrifugal processed oil, it can be called as a cold pressed oil. Okay. Then what is the next question? What is the yield?
Yield, sir.
Yield.
Per liter. Per liter.
So as I mentioned, generally 20 liter milk we will get from 100 numbers of coconut. Okay. So if you heat 20 liter milk by heating process, we will get 5 liter oil. In case of fermentation process, we will get 4 to 4.5 liter oil from 20 liter coconut milk. Okay. In case of centrifugal process also, we will get maximum 4.5 liter oil from 20 liter milk extracted from 100 numbers of coconut.
Okay, sir. So one more question. Which palm variety is preferred for Nira production?
Generally, we can use hybrid variety. Dwarf variety, the advantage is the height will be very less. But the problem is the strength of the leaves are very sensitive. If the climbers is climbing and sitting on the coconut leaf, after 1 month, the tree, the leaf will start bending and it will start fall down. Okay. So we should not focus only on a dwarf or small height trees. We have to go only with hybrid varieties, because hybrid varieties have strong strength. Okay, so a climber can climb and he can sit on the tree, he can do all the operation, tapping operation. Okay, generally any hybrid variety is prepared for or for Nira tapping, so we have to use always hybrid varieties.
Okay, sir. So one more question. Areca nut boiling with water only?
Now, this boiling can be done by two things. One is we can boil it with water and it will be coated with old that extract. Okay. Otherwise, the second most popular method is generally farmers what they are using. They are not using water. They are using old arecanut extract that is called choharu. In local language, it is called choharu. So suppose this year they are boiling in a normal water. That water they will store it, and the same that water they can be used for next season for boiling of fresh arecanut. So we can use normal water or otherwise old arecanut extract or old boiled water. That also we can use.
Sir, any chemical agent is added?
For
Areca nut only, sir. Any chemical agent is added?
no, they generally they won't add any chemical agent. Mainly they will add old arecanut extract in order to get that pure retin color.
Sir, participants, if you have any other questions, sir is here to clarify. I think, sir, there is no question now because we've learned so much in the videos only. So,
No, actually, I would like to say sorry because initially there are so much struggles. My network is not proper. My video presentation is not visible. Then my video also is not visible.
no, sir, video is okay now. It's fine only, but I think it's too. It's very good to represent everything in a video to in a very expressive manner. So yes, sir, it is very good. I think there is no question now. Thank you so
Okay.
much, sir, for giving us a time. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.